Now that we have discussed about cylinder and a cone, now the next solid object which we are going to define in the topic is sphere. This session is about sphere as a specific solid object in 3D. What is a sphere? How does it look like? Imagine I take a football or a basketball. So assuming this to be a basketball, the kind of a shape which it looks circular in all directions is called a sphere. So a basketball is the shape of a sphere. But how do we define a sphere in general sense of understanding through mathematics? As we have seen different shapes like a basketball which looks like a sphere, a cricket ball which looks like a sphere, a football which looks even like a sphere, a football which looks like a sphere, a cricket ball which looks like a sphere, a basketball which looks like a sphere, the sun which also looks like a sphere when seen, is all what we have different objects which look like a sphere. But what is the sphere? How do we understand through mathematics? Is what we're going to see in the next session. Now let's define sphere in more mathematical means. Sphere with its definition. A sphere is the set of points in space. Importantly to note, in space, a sphere is the set of points in space which are equidistant from a fixed point. That's how we understand a sphere. So set of points which are taken in the space are equidistant from a fixed point. That is, when I take the fixed point in the center and spread all the points which are equidistant, then I get a three-dimensional object which is a sphere. And the distance from center to this is called radius, and this fixed point is called center of sphere. So here the fixed point is called center, and the distance from fixed point to any point on the set of points is called radius. Is how we understand a sphere whose radius and fixed point define a sphere. Set of points in the plane which are equidistant from a fixed point is called a sphere. Now that we have defined a circle, so a sphere in more of three-dimensional object, let's see what could be the curved surface area of a sphere. This session is about curved surface area of a sphere, or you can simply call this as surface area of a sphere because every corner of the sphere is curved. So this can also be referred to as surface area of a sphere. So a sphere which has the radius r. So this sphere which has the radius r is given by surface area of sphere is given by 4 pi r square. That's how we understand the surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. R is radius of the sphere. Now that we have discussed about sphere, let's try to see what would happen if I cut the sphere exactly at the center. So imagine I have a sphere which is cut exactly at the center. So I cut the sphere exactly at the center in this region, then I get two separate regions. Which are separated like this. So we have two different shells which are obtained when I cut the sphere exactly in the center. Each of the shell is called hemisphere. This session is about discussion of hemisphere. So each of them are called hemispheres. So let's define the surface area of a hemisphere. Now this is the curved region which defines for the surface area. So the curved surface area and if this circle is added up to this dotted region, then that becomes total surface area. So curved surface area is the dotted region and the total surface area is both the dotted region and the curved region. So this is how we differentiate between the curved surface area as denoted by the dotted region is the only curved part of the hemisphere, and total surface area, which includes the bottom and also the top of the hemisphere, is how we are going to discuss the formulae for curved surface area and total surface area of a hemisphere in the following session. Now let's see the curved surface area of a hemisphere. I have a hemisphere in which curved surface area of hemisphere as denoted by the dotted region as given here is given by 2 pi r squared, where r is the radius of the sphere. R is the radius of the sphere. Curved surface area of hemisphere is 2 pi r squared. Let's see the total surface area. Now next comes the total surface area. Total surface area of hemisphere as given by the two regions. One is the dotted, one is this. Is curved surface area, which is the dotted, plus the total this area of circle, which is given by this region. So this represents CSA and this represents a circle. So area of circle. Now curved surface area is already found to be 2 pi r square. And area of circle we all know is pi r square. Therefore 2 pi r square plus pi r square is 3 pi r square. This is nothing but the total surface area of the hemisphere. CSA 2 pi r square, TSA 3 pi r square for a hemisphere.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.